Estelle, are you in there? Joshua? Dinner's ready. Just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin. That sounds so good. I'll come down a little later, so why don't you two go ahead and eat? Alright. Well, make sure to come down before food gets cold. The Wheel of Fortune card again. Something is going on. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She said to go ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. I'm not surprised she doesn't want to come out of her room. Seeing how close she is with her father, I agree. So what do you think about all of this, Shara? Is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I don't know. Your dad is a top-class bracer. When it comes to the crisis management, he is the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner, along with your father, have gone missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is, things shouldn't have happened. Don't lose heart on me now. You need to be stout wall and support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow and I'll see what I can find out. Man, it smells good down there. I can't stand it any longer. What? Estelle, are you okay? I was so hungry I thought I was going to pass out. This looks so good. Bon appetit. Aren't you two having any? This is great. The basil really comes out when you roast it. It does. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. And actually tomorrow. Well, it's Saturday the 29th when I'm recording this. Tomorrow I'm going to be making some stir fry. I don't know if I'm going to use chicken, pork, or beef. One of the three. Well, thanks. Come on, Shara. Don't you just sit there too. Do you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of Steinrose that's about 20 years old in there. I didn't realize that was a reference. You actually visit the Steinrose distillery in the 4th Trails of Cold Steel game. Did you say Steinrose? Shara, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle. I'm going to have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't just come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Alright. I was looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because it was stuffed in the back of my drawers. Underwear? And a set of gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figured as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. What you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose to find your father. Well, duh, it's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happened to him, despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm going to check things out myself. You're really something else. Whether it's your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... What? You're so rude, Joshua. But you're coming too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been canceled until the Army finishes their search. It seems we'll be going to Bose on foot. Walk to Bose, huh? Wonder how long that's going to take. For a bracer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it there in about a day and a half. Half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, that makes things easy. I'll be tagging along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Ha! Hey, I trained under your father. Did you honestly think I'd just sit here when something happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm going to talk to Anania and have her pass on my jobs to the other guild members. Shara, we really appreciate this. You really shouldn't be thanking me. I can't just leave a job as big as this to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Shara's along for the ride, I do feel a little more confident now. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I need to explain the situation to Ania. Chapter 1. The Disappearance of the Lind. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. I understand the situation. To be frank, though, with Sherazar taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be short-handed. But since it involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry. Things get too hectic, I'll ask help from the general branch, for the Grand Cell branch. By the way, Shara, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk with you about the job you were going to do. No problem. Could I have you two wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute. Okay, the clock tower. Septian Calendar, 1075. Erected in partnership with the liberal royal family, Septian Church, and City of Roland. Destroyed during the 100 Days' War when Roland was bombarded by the Arabonian Imperial Army. Septarian Calendar, 1197. Rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Roland. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think, they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can feel the spirit of Roland's people from this. Estelle? Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting till Shara shows up? You mean the clock tower? I don't mind. Come on. The morning air is so refreshing. Hey look, Joshua, you can see the house from here. You're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on since you've always avoided coming up here? I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I just can't come up here casually, because this is the place where my mom died. 10 years ago, during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try and get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the clock tower, and when the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. And as I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free, after the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place. It's just when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. But today is okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Of course it is. And don't worry. Dad is safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue, just like your mother did for you. You can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help. Joshua, I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, But I can stay here by your side as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I would have totally misinterpreted your intentions. You are seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I always started to worry. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when someone is genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel better. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it was worth looking like a complete fool. But you're just unbelievable. Ugh. Don't be mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how about we get down from here? I'm sure Shara's waiting for us. Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer. It's so I could become strong and protect others just like you. So please, watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe. Aw, the two of you had such a cute scene going up there. Why, my cheeks were even a little bit hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? Were you spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. I sure wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view. Come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? That's simply called family bonding. It's kind of like a habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine. Damn, she really is an alcoholic. Let's not get into that. What's with that sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked her to watch over Dad. I see. Then I guess it looks like we're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is basically guaranteed. I think you're giving her a little too much credit. Now, that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara? Yes, when I was a child. I was still in a troupe at that time. A troupe? Yeah, a troupe in a traveling circus. Shara was a dancer. Although it was a long time ago. We first met when she came to Roland with the circus. 12 years ago, to be exact. I was 11 and Estelle was 4. And because of that chance encounter, when I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime when I get a chance. Are you ready to head for Bose? With airliner flights canceled, we'll have to make our way by the old-fashioned way, by foot. Vert's Bridge is located at the west end of the Milk Main Road, so we're going west. First things first, I'm going to the Orbital Factory to see if I can't open up any more slots. I can indeed open a slot for Estelle, but not Joshua. Eagle Eye. You can see enemies from a distance. Hit 1, Dexterity 5, Information 1. Be able to perceive enemy stats. I want to increase the hit chance. So yeah, Dexterity. I also want to make sure I have proper armor. No new weapons for me, though. Now into the general store to get some healing items. And an issue from Liberal News. We'll get that as well. We're gonna go from there. Now, before making our way west, I do want to read the Liberal News. Gone without a trace. Yesterday afternoon, the airliner Lind vanished over the East Bose airspace while en route to Roland. An exhaustive overnight search conducted by the Royal Army yielded no clues to its missing whereabouts, leaving all parties baffled. In response to this incident, the Royal Army has declared all airliner flights cancelled until further notice. The Lindell Orbital Ship Corporation reports that 17 were aboard the Lind at the time of its departure, including both passengers and crew. Family members of the missing persons are understandably concerned, but remain hopeful. Central Factory Chief Murdoch proclaims our orbital engines are sturdy and reliable. The chance of an engine failure is virtually nil. I do not believe an accident to have occurred. Was it a conspiracy perpetrated by the Royal Army and covert mercenary force conspired of what? And the covert mercenary force conspired of Jaegers. Perhaps it was a plot to kidnap the passengers and hold them for ransom. Some of them even suggested the Lind came under attack by the last living ancient dragon. No matter what may be heard, it's all speculation at this point, so no real evidence has been found. The Royal Army has investigated a possible connection between this incident and the recent burglaries in Bose. But thus far, no information on any such connection has been released. In fact, no information has been released at all, due to Army regulations prohibiting the dismention of intelligence to the general public, a policy that I'm sure we'd all like to see repealed. So their government is secretive. A group of unknown individuals recently broke into the Roland mayor's house to steal a septium crystal that was left in his possession. Local bracers came to the rescue and managed to recover the stolen item, but the culprits are still at large. Thankfully, no harm came to the mayor or his family during this incident. We deeply regret that the criminals escaped, says the Roland Bracer representative. But please know that we of the Bracer Guild did everything in our power to apprehend them and will continue to pursue them however long it may take. The Asmelis Tower lies a few hundred sledges to the north of Roland City. Along the Malaga Trail, its turquoise-green visage is the only real landmark for as far as the eye can see. Counting as one of the 4 tetrasical towers, its purpose is still shrouded in mystery to this day. This exciting location is as old as Liberal itself, and modern research utilizing the latest orbital technology is expected to answer a few questions about this eerie structure while posing still others. It's kind of neat. Follow that trail to the bridge checkpoint. We are. How did you know that we weren't just visiting again? Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. Exponentially more than usual. Is it because the flights have been suspended? That's exactly what's happened. You wouldn't believe how busy this place is because of it. Well, Royal Army is responsible for all restricted flights. So you're not really in a position to complain. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Oh, and another thing. Traffic to this checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you'll have to pass. You have to get a pass from the chief warrant in the office next door. Okay? Can't even travel in your own goddamn country. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Hello, Mr. Ashton. And this is Charizard, if I remember correctly. Good afternoon, sir. We'd like to cross into the Bose region, so we were wondering about getting a pass. Let me guess, this has something to do with the Lind, doesn't it? Yeah. Goodness, Cassius was aboard? This is major. I'll issue you a pass right now. Thank you, sir. But is this all right to issue us a pass like this? What are you talking about? I know you kids by face. As a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with the guild. One other thing. Be careful if you have any errands at the Hacken Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I can't really say any more on the matter. But if you intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray to Adios for Cassius's safe return. Okay, so Hacken does not like bracers. I wonder what that's about. Neville Valley and Bose. I wonder if I can actually go to the Neville Valley. Or if they're gonna scream at me. Oh, it lets me in. Ah, there's no map, and I really don't want to go through this right now. Just keep following the path. What's that heading this way? Someone hauling supplies. Grant. Well, if it isn't Charizard, how long has it been? Fine, I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. Oh, just another bracer. I'm sure that you've heard about all the airliners being grounded after the Lind incident. Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport. I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated. So, how about yourself? What are you doing with the youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident. That's the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of? Well, I think it would be best if you spoke with Logan at the Bose branch. Anyway, I'll catch you later. First Mr. Ashton and now him. Everyone keeps hinting at something, but no one will just come out and say what it is. Well, there must be a good reason for it, and we'll probably find answers at the Bose branch. Ah! Mushroom snake. Bonk!
We're good to go.
I'm glad status effects don't carry over in battle. You have no idea how happy that makes me.
Seems you came up short.
Kinda like Shara's sultry voice. He'd be the only one. Ison Road. Wonder where that probably leads to Ison. Hold it right there. The hacking gate is currently not permitting civilian passage through the checkpoint. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed past this point. Come on, it'll be alright if you let us through. No, it's not alright. The border garrison is putting all its efforts into searching for the missing airliner. We will not allow anything or anyone to hinder the search. We have no intention to do anything of the sort. We are bracers. So are you trying to tell us we can't pass either? Bracers? I can see that you're a bracer, but are you trying to tell me that these kids are too? Haha, that's right. See the emblems? I see. But I'm sorry to inform you that even bracers are no exception. You heard the man. Now how about you move on out of here? The northern block of Bose. Finally made it. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, it definitely looks like a city. One of 5 major cities in the world. This one comes next after the royal city. Compared to Roland, the buildings are made of stone and seem to be bigger. Does anyone have any idea what that huge building is there? That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sun-dry goods, furniture, books, so on. Cool. Let's head over to the guild office, which is right here. Oh, this is a chapel. It looked kind of red, so... honest to God, thought it was the... whatever. Charizard, you arrived a lot sooner than expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Roland. It's been a while, hasn't it, Lagran? Did someone tell you that we were coming ahead of time? Yes, I received a call from Ania not that long ago. So that means these 2 kids are Cassius's children. That's right. It's nice to meet you, sir. I am Estelle Bright. And I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I see. I'm Lagran, and I oversee the Bose branch. Your father and I go way back. Please just call me Lagran. We'll do that. That said, could you give us the quick update on the missing airliner? Yeah, about that. The Royal Army is still conducting its search. However, with the Army's current restriction on information, no public updates of the situation have been made. And not only that, and not only has the general public been kept in the dark, the guild hasn't had any word either. Really? Why not? Aren't the Army and the guild supposed to be cooperating? Well, that's the way it is on the surface. But in actuality, there's a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects. So pretty much what you're saying is that it's a branch of jurisdiction disputes. I hate to admit it, but that's the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved. Did you just say General Morgan? Great. Now it really looks like things are going to be a pain in the ass. General Morgan? Who is that? He's famous for repelling the Imperial Army's invasion 10 years ago. You should read about him in the history books. Amazingly enough, I don't recall the name. So what's the big deal about this famous guy anyway? From what I heard, he's not the biggest fan of the guild. Hates bracers, in fact. It seems he even makes it a point on routinely assert that the guild's there's no need for a bracer guild. Sounds like a real whack job to me. So what you're saying is that we're not getting any information because of the general. That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that the bracers are being prohibited from entering the regions they are investigating. And because of that, it's causing conflicts with our other work. But we just came all the way here from Roland. If that's the way it's going to be, then it's time to duel it out with the general to decide who gets to investigate the incident. You're talking like a crazy person, Estelle. Keep your cool, Bracer. There are other ways. Although a friendly spar could be a good way to settle disputes. Not anything to the death, just a spar. Also a good way to work and vent out some frustrations and show each other's mettle and show the use the other people have. That's just my 2 cents. Such as the request we just received from the mayor concerning, excuse me. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side separate from the army. That's encouraging news. If it's an official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't this perfect timing? Lagran will accept the mayor's request. That sounds fine to me. But before you go, you two are just junior bracers, right? Yeah, why? Junior bracers, so to speak, are members in training, registered at various branches. In short, their performance is monitored by the branch where they are currently registered. And right now, you two, that would be Roland. So what you're trying to say is that we have to change our registration if we want to accept jobs here. Got it. All you gotta do is sign the forms to transfer your registration. So all you gotta do is just fill out some paperwork. A ferocious monster has been sighted along the trail behind Revenue Village. It must be sought out and exterminated ASAP. For details, please see me inside the village. Oh my god. I'm in a bind right now, as I seem to be lacking a certain cooking ingredient I regularly use for practice. Please bring me 5 tender poultry at the restaurant. King Scorpion's been spotted roving the East Bose Highway. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with it immediately. So, honestly, that's probably something to do next time. But, that means I can do a little shopping now. Hardware. A laundry pole, increased range. Paring knives, increased strength. A work helmet. Essential piece of headgear for laborers. Oh! Hello, Dorothy. Look at all the stuff that they're selling here. I'm getting a kink in my neck just turning my head to try and take it all in. She's so into her surroundings, it doesn't even look like she can hear you. Dorothy! Dorothy! And you happen to have the poultry? I may already have it. No. Give that to Joshua. And those will be going to Estelle. Ooh. That's enough of that, honestly. There's a restaurant. No, that's the bar. The hotel. Maybe on the southern block? Is where that restaurant is? There's definitely something in green here. Ah, Stein Weapon Shop. A stun rod. 2,000. Yeah, that's not happening right now. Bring 5 tender poultry to me, Gwen, at the Aunt Rose restaurant. That's not where I meant to go. The camera angle's a little weird. There we go. Yeah, that's not it. Is the Aunt Rose restaurant in here? That's a hardware. Pharmacy. Hello, Dorothy. Trayton Food. Here's his produce. No. Outlet. Little gelato stand. And these are just food stands. There's no restaurant in here. And where is the... I wonder if it's not... No, it's not the hotel. Enter maybe at the port? No, that's just the airfield. Or something of that nature. That's the guild branch. Oh, they're right here. Doesn't really stick out. I guess I don't have 5 tender poultry. I don't know if that's a monster drop or what. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on Trails in the Sky as we do more Trails in the Sky stuff. But until then, I'm the Dark Seraph, signing off.